Leeds United 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Just decided to chuck a stream together, really to get the boys' views and then obviously get your views in the chat. So, welcome to Grumpy Old Reds. I think it's more like sad old Reds at the moment. Guys in the chat, hope you're well, or as well as you can be. And really, I just want to jump straight into it and get the initial thoughts. So, Anna, I want to start with you. How are you feeling after what we saw tonight?
Yeah, I'm never at my best after a disappointing defeat, obviously. So I'm not exactly going to be enthusiastic tonight. I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, Leeds were there for the taking. We're so shit away from home. Good start, great goal, and then it just all went to crap. I mean, and then as the second half wore on, the more you're chucking players on left, right and centre, the whole shape goes, the understanding goes, it just descends into chaos, which can sometimes work, but I don't know what to say. I mean, that's, as regarding the match itself, there's not a lot to get excited about, if I'm honest.
It's not unusual for you. It's unusual for you not to find anything to say, my friend.
Yeah, Dina, you're on a slightly different take on this. I think me and Ant are in the same zone of sadness, really. It's not even anger, Ant. I'm not angry. I'm just so down.
Yeah.
Well, my view is that, my view, normally I'm exactly like you after we've lost or had a bad result. But I think tonight I'm feeling a bit like I'd feel tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? After you've slept on it. And I think the first, 15, 20 minutes, well, just when up till when we scored, really, I thought it was a masterclass in counter-attacking, to be brutally honest. I think that it was great. It was really, we knew that they were loose at the back. But we met a very good Leeds team tonight that I think would have beat a lot of teams in this division. I don't agree. Totally don't agree. I think they were very, very good.
No. I don't see that, mate.
That's my view anyway.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly okay. It's perfectly, mate.
Well, let me break it down a bit more.
Keep going.
I'm trying to take some more positives out of it. I thought our two centre backs looked great together. Again,
Agreed.
I thought Felipe was amazing, and Niakarte's got some pace on him, and I don't think they did much wrong, really. Nico, if you're the coach of the club, for me, you've got to coach people like Nico, and he's had all season to do it. And I don't understand why he keeps jumping in. He's too close to the players. He gets turned too many times. Like Wolverine said just off stream, he's hunched over. His body shape's not good. And although he just put the odd good tackle in, he just overall he struggles defending, doesn't he? And I'm not even convinced he's a winger. So a coach should coach him out of that. I thought Toff had worked hard all game.
That is spot on, though. Whatever you're saying, Dino, sorry.
Yeah.
But Wing says the problem is it's too late for good performances. We need results.
Yeah, no. Let me just break it down a bit further.
Go on, yeah.
Sorry, I know I'm taking a lot of time.
Go, no, man. That's what we're here for.
I thought Mangala and Danilo were good. Ghost was Ghost again. And, I think we don't need Ghost types in the run-in. We need people that will just battle. So I'm surprised when he took Danilo and Mangala off, to be honest. And I think we really opened ourselves up with putting Shelby and Chiarte in there together.
That was.
That those two would not, they're both aging. To be fair to Leeds, they didn't do what we always do, which is like what we did at the weekend against Wolves, which is bring on Worrell at home when we've got them on the rack and change the tactics. They kept coming forward. They took a forward off and brought another forward on. And I think it's his tactical decisions that's probably going to cost him his job tomorrow, because I think Marinakis is going to.
You think he's gone?
Although we've picked up one result from two games against teams around us, I've actually seen some positives, but I think he's done because I think Marinakis won't take any more. Scarpa looked unfit. Chiarte looked unfit.
Yeah.
Dennis holds on to the ball too long. I love Dennis, and he's dangerous.
He went off injured.
Yeah, but he just holds on to the ball too long for me. Listen, if you've got Jono, your top scorer, and MGW, your shining light, have bad games, which they did tonight, then we're going to struggle. And we only had one shot on goal.
I'll just jump in then.
Jump in on.
Yeah, I don't think Leeds are a good team. I think they're going to struggle badly.
I didn't say they're a good team. I said they played well tonight.
Okay, fair dues. Regarding Dennis, is there not a possibility that he sometimes holds the ball on for too long because he's got nobody to pass to?
I fully
Sometimes,
agree.
but there was times tonight
I
where
did see him look up sometimes, and then he had to go back again and beat the man.
And when there was someone there, he found Mangala. There was four players there. He found Mangala.
But Danilo was good again for me. I'm surprised they took him off.
Regarding the fullbacks, Toffolo did as well as we could expect.
Yeah.
But my God, both him and Nico, both of them, they're being left on their own so many times, one-on-one, and that's just not fair for any fullback. You know, you watch other teams play, and when a tricky winger's got the ball, they get two men on him. Those two, so many times I noticed tonight, they were left on their own. And against tricky wingers, you are going to get beaten sometimes. That's fact of life. Do you know what I mean? So, whilst I wouldn't say that Nico had a good game, I also have a little bit of sympathy the fact he had no backup.
He was poor, man.
Yeah, I know, but as
he's not good enough, man. He's not good enough.
Well, that's
he's not good enough.
Nico, he's not good enough.
That's your opinion.
He's not ready yet, is he?
Maybe if he had... Fucking hell. Maybe if he had somebody helping him out, it wouldn't look so bad, is what I'm trying to say.
Felipe was coming across to cover him, man. At one stage, Felipe, they tackled each other.
Right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I do agree with that. But it wasn't all the time. Because Felipe can't be there all the time. It's impossible. Otherwise, he's vacating his defensive position, which is a cardinal sin for a central defender. What he needs, what is not... Right, here we go. Jono does not track back and help.
There's an echo.
Go on.
I'll just say that. Jono does not come back, and I'm not criticising Jono, but it's a fact. He does not come back and help. Every other team I see play, that player comes... Dennis comes back and helps when he can. Jono does not come back and help Nico. So that is an issue.
It's a fair point, but he's from Nottingham.
I'm not criticising Jono.
Have you got YouTube open or something?
No, do you want me to go out and come in again?
I just think maybe you need the noise cancellation. Can you hear the echo, do you?
It's not that.
No, I can't hear it.
Maybe it's me.
Can anybody in the chat hear an echo?
Is there an echo, guys? In the chat?
I can hear it.
You can hear it. Might be Dino then.
No,
Me and you can hear it.
Just mute me then and talk.
Testing, mic check. It's gone.
Testing.
All right, give me a minute.
I think, yeah, it is you. There is an echo. There's only a little small one. Okay, I'm gonna open it up to the guys in the chat as well. I'm sure you guys in the chat have plenty to say.
Can I just chuck a bit of positivity in? And it's a very small positive thing, but it's there. The teams around us, people try and remember this. When you're saying Forest are down, try to remember the teams around us are shit as well.
Yeah,
right. And we lost tonight.
Yeah, the other results were okay, weren't they?
Bournemouth lost tonight. Leicester lost tonight. Late goal and a man sent off, Dewsbury Hall. So, we're not on our own down there. It's not like all of a sudden we're cast adrift. We're certainly not.
Thomas's point to you though, Ant, is look at our running. That's going to get you going.
Yeah, I know, but I've expressed this on many occasions. It means fuck all, because Leicester tonight would have been going Villa at home. That's one we can win. Well, they didn't. They lost. They might play Leeds next week. Oh, that's one we can win. They're just as likely to lose. It's not as simple as saying your running's hard, therefore you're going to lose. Their running's not so hard, therefore they're going to get points. Don't get me wrong. I accept. I'd rather have an easier looking running. But we play Manchester United next at home. There's no guarantee we're going to lose to them. We might, but it's not guaranteed. So I'm just trying to give out a bit of positivity.
I know what you're saying. I know
We
you're
need to
saying.
play
What I
teams
will say,
that.
sorry, Dino, before you jump in,
Yeah.
what I will say is there's 300 of you in here, and we've got 20 likes. If you want Ant to lose his shit right now, then seriously,
I haven't got
guys,
the
come
energy,
on.
mate.
He's
Like we
not got
should
it.
be on at least 150 likes. We're here. Like I've not stopped since work. I've been working since 9, straight into setup stream, straight into this. The boys as well have had long days. So please do hit that like button. At the very least, subscribe if you are new. We've got the link pinned in the chat, so you guys can come in and have your say as well. Feel free to jump in. Dino, how's the echo?
I don't know. How's the echo? Echo.
Mic check. Mic check. We're all
Is that
good.
better?
We're all good. All
Sounds
good.
good.
Right. I don't think we're down yet.
Yeah.
All right? Are we looking? All three of us saying we're not down. Yeah. But let's for a second. Are we looking at it with our goggles on or not? Let's be
No,
realistic
it's going to
here.
be tight. It'll go to the last game.
If you were sat in a pub with a bunch of mates who supported Chelsea, Newcastle, whatever, would they be saying to you, "You're surviving" or not?
But they've been saying we're down since day one. So it's
Are they
no
wrong?
Who knows? It's a long way to go. It's nearly a quarter of the season to go. You do know that.
I do know that, Ant. Okay, let me spin it. I'm just obviously, I'm just putting the other side of the argument, yeah.
I know.
But if we,
You're not going to catch me in a very good mood right now, are you? Let's be honest.
it's fine. Just let it out. My point here is, if Bournemouth were in the position Forest are in, with the games that we have in their position, with no win in 8, with 1 win in 12 now, or whatever it is, yeah, would we be looking at Bournemouth and writing them off?
We do anyway.
Walbury, can I just answer this one?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have got Cooper goggles
Wake
on.
up.
We're talking about our football team.
No, I think
Not
he's talking
Cooper,
about the
our
chat. There's
football
no
team
way.
and our
Wake
football
up.
team's results.
Yeah, there's no wake up.
I'm going to have to change this because I'm boiling. I'm going to have to put a t-shirt.
Yeah, go on, mate.
I'll be back in a sec.
Put your Arsenal top on.
How weird.
Magic Tree.
made
I'm
life a lot
actually
easier.
on Sky Sports at the minute. Just keep refreshing.
Yeah, look. If anything breaks, we'll obviously bring it to you, but I don't think anything will happen tonight.
Don't happen on the bus, is it?
It is what it is. Right, we've got a couple
Jack
of
in the
guys
background.
in the backstage,
Hey, Jack.
so let me just switch this up a sec. Jack, you good to come on, bud?
He's good.
Jackie boy, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, not brilliant after that, to be fair.
What did you think of the match itself?
I thought first 10 minutes we were alright, and it just went downhill after that.
Yeah. Sarah said it in the chat actually, and the watch along. She put we were good until the goal went in, and then we just lost it.
Yeah, it felt like that, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was the substitutions as well.
Did you think they were a bit panicky?
Yeah, and I thought some of the players like Scarpa really just didn't look good.
Yeah, he looked unfit, didn't he, when he came on? He looked
Very
lackluster.
unfit.
Yeah.
Really not good.
They're telling you back up a bit, Jack. Your forehead cam going on. There you go. There's a smile.
Hey, he's got teeth. That's nice.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. What do you feel now? Let's talk manager-wise, mate. Do you feel it's inevitable? Do you think something's going to happen here?
I can't see Maranaka sticking with him. I really can't.
Are you a Cooper in or out?
I've been with Cooper the whole season.
With Cooper.
But with the games, we're just not winning them. So I've got to say Cooper out, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's not in our hands, isn't it? But you're right. Marinakis, he's not going to put up with it, is he? Surely.
Yeah.
He's the owner at the end of the day.
Into the club.
Yeah.
He's the owner.
Not done well.
He's the top dude, so he's going to do what he's going to do, isn't he? Whatever we think. And the fan base is properly not even split. I think the vast majority of the fan base, not on here necessarily, but overall, are Cooper in. You've only got to listen to him singing his name.
Yeah.
Every game. We're doing it again tonight.
It's horrible though, man. You don't want it to, if it's going to end, you don't want it to end like this. You kind of, if he was going to go, you always hoped he would go because he was going to bigger and better things. like an international job or something like that, something maybe he really wanted to do off his CV. I just don't like how this one's potentially going to end up. But we don't know. Look, we thought in October his number was up and he survived it. But let me ask you this, Jack. Do you think if he stayed, he could keep us up? Tough question, I know. Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot a bit, but...
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to say no. With the tough games we've got coming up, it's just not looking good.
We're almost better playing teams around mid-table, aren't we, that are already safe, that have got nothing to play for.
Yeah, well, Villa. We've got Villa next.
Yeah,
Villa, They're not going down. They're not going up, are they? They're not going to Europe.
Yeah, but they beat Leicester tonight, so you just don't know what's coming and what's not coming, mate. It's just...
I don't know whether everybody raises a game against us or that we're just so bad that we make everybody else look good. I think somebody put that in the comments earlier that we made Leeds look good. Did you think Leeds were any good tonight, Jack?
Well, they're better than us.
This is true.
Most of the season, I thought really that Leeds have been awful, and I thought tonight we'll definitely get something. But we made them look like Barcelona or something ridiculous.
Even at the City ground, though, remember a few weeks back, they did outplay us.
Yeah,
they really did, didn't they? It was thanks to Jono's wonder strike from the edge of the box that got it up there. But
I've been saying for a while, haven't I, that our home form isn't as good as people talk about it is.
Yeah,
because we've been lucky. We have been lucky in a lot of games at home, and I think we just found out tonight.
We have, but all right, Jack, man. I mean. Sorry, go on.
It's looking back on the previous games, like Everton, Wolves, the other Everton game, Bournemouth, Fulham. We should have picked up 3 points from all of those games.
Yeah.
And we're in the table if it were for those points, but we just haven't got them.
The margins of the Premier League, mate. Yeah. If we'd held on, against Newcastle as well, if Niakate doesn't give away a penalty, there's so many if, buts, and maybes. You can still even go back and say the Bournemouth match back in September, whenever it was, the late Everton equaliser at Goodison. And it's just, that's when you just know it's...
Everybody can say that. That's the thing. Everybody's got a story.
I know.
And I know what Ant said about possession on the last stream, but if you're having, first half, was it 23% possession? If you're having that amount of possession, you're not going to win many games. You might win the odd one, but you're not going to win many.
No.
Imagine what Leicester fans are saying. They let in a 94th minute goal against Crystal Palace the other day. They've let in an 87th minute goal in today. Lost both games. They will be saying exactly the same thing. If we'd have just held out another 5 minutes, if that had knocked them, it happens with all teams everywhere.
That's good. Yeah, here you go. I think that's right. What Kyle says there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know what our possession stats were for last season, because I could tell you right now there were games last season when we had much less possession. But
it would have been more in the 40s than the 20s, and
I agree. No, I agree with that. Our possession stats in the last 2 games and most of our away games is appalling. It's embarrassing. It shouldn't be allowed to happen. You cannot win. You will not win games. You might get away with it sometimes, but you will not win games. That's been proven.
Yeah.
With 25% possession, you ain't going to win games.
Yeah. All right, Jack, we've got a couple waiting in the background, Jack. So just closing thoughts.
Thank you, Jack.
What do you think, mate? Do we survive or not?
I'm going to say no at this point.
Oh, Jack, no.
I don't want to say it, but with like Arsenal,
it's fine. If that's how you're feeling, that's how you're feeling, mate.
You coming up, it's not looking great.
Cheers, Jack. I'm about to cry here now.
We might scrape a lucky draw against Man U. They're crap. They are seriously about 5th bottom away from home, and we've got a draw against Man City. Of course, if you were betting Man, you'd put your money on Man U. Of course you would. But all I'm saying is, you just never. I'm holding on. I'm clinging.
Yeah.
I can hear Ant talking, and then I look in his eyes, and he's like, I don't believe a word.
Your fingers on the edge of the cliff just yet.
Like I'm trying to convince myself as much as anybody else. Trust me.
All right, Jack, man. Thanks for depressing me.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Cheers, Jack. Cheers, Jack.
See you around,
See
bro.
ya.
Here's an interesting comment if I can find it from. They're all coming too quick. Red Dog 80. There you go. Steve
Hey,
Cooper,
buddy, how are you?
season's the same as Steve Cooper from last season. I actually agree with that.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
But why, Dino? Why do you think?
There's a fallacy that and I'll say it on many occasions, that we played flowing, attacking football last season, and we didn't. Most of our games we played on the counter attack.
Okay, so
And if that works, that's
you
fine.
Say again, Ant.
Say if that works, nobody's bothered. If you've got 28% possession and you're winning every game, nobody cares. But when it's not,
there was an interesting stat on the TV tonight. I don't know if you picked it up, but you know how many players Forest have used this season?
40.
40.
40. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's almost 4 teams. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now that I actually don't put down to Steve Cooper's fault. I actually put that down purely to the amount of players we brought in. Again, we had to. And also the amount of
we had to, but not that many. I said this last time.
And also the amount of injuries we've had.
Yeah, but this kind of conversation to me feels more like a post-seasons, one that we should be having. But right now, it's what happens. What happens? Let me bring on CT. Sorry, was next in line. I think he's there. Let's try him. CT, you there, bud?
Good afternoon. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Aye, not bad, not bad. I hear you're depressed. I'm not going to make it much better. Have you looked at the fixtures for the teams around you in regards to like Bournemouth's fixtures compared to you guys?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, it's quite daunting because you look at Bournemouth, they've got like West Ham, Southampton, Leeds, Crystal Palace, Everton, all kind of winnable games, eh? So it's quite concerning, eh?
They've still got to win them.
Yeah, they've still got to win them, yeah, but they're winnable on paper.
I'm not
Everything's winnable on paper, mate. Everything's winnable on paper.
For the CT about the.
And also, if they're
the
playing
running
against,
being
if they're
difficult.
playing
I
against
think
other
the teams that are at the bottom are fighting. It might look on paper as though we're playing the worst teams in the league, but they are fighting.
Yeah, spot on.
CJ, teams at the bottom, and somebody's dropping points, aren't they?
Yeah, but CT, we love having you on, bro, but your connection's gone, and I want to make room for Forest fans first, because I know you're not, but thank you for dropping in. Stoney's cracking up in the background. You ready, bro?
I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. Yes, legend. How are you, mate?
Stoney.
How are you, bud?
I reckon you're muted.
You're muted, bro. You're muted, bro. Bro, try unmuting yourself.
It's always a good start, isn't it?
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
How are you, buddy?
I'm all right, thanks. Well, I'm all right
as good as you can be, yeah.
I've got the pizza, so I'm feeling a bit better.
Well, that didn't work, did it?
No, it didn't. Maybe next time. We got a goal, but I don't think the pizza's going to work anytime soon.
Where do you think things stand, Stoney?
Did you think, Stoney? Did you think we were going to, when we scored, because it was a cracking move, wasn't it?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Did you think we were going to just steamroller them?
Yeah, like everything seemed to be going well. Like we were playing all right, everything seemed fine, and then the goal went in, and everything just fell apart. And it just seemed that we lost any form of organisation we had, and then they scored again, and that was it. We had no chance in the second half.
Did you ever feel we were coming back into it in the second half?
Oh, no way! Like we had nothing in the second half. Like, especially when the subs came on, like. Seeing Shelby there, like usually he's bold edge, you can see him from miles away. Fucking hell, you couldn't even tell he was on the pitch.
Careful, Stoney.
I'll get there one day. Don't worry about it.
You will do if I come round your house.
I actually
you won't find me, mate.
I actually thought that, when we scored that first goal, honestly, I had flashes of 4-0. I thought, we're
gonna.
We're gonna hammer them,
Because it was such a well ball as well. It was so good, but then I just lost it. Like, yeah.
What do you think now, Stoney? Which way is this swinging? Do you see the big man, the Greek father, pulling the trigger, or can Cooper survive this? I mean, October he survived it, but there ain't no margin for error now.
I think the reason he survived in October is because we still had so many months to go and he had so much time to work with the brand new squad. Now all the international breaks are over, it's all just down to the last few games, and I don't know, it's very 50-50 for me. I trust him though, he is a businessman and he knows what's best for business.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, we go back to this over and over again, don't we? The thing is, it's very late in the season. Is anybody else going to be able to come in and get a tune out of these players? They might, but there's no guarantee, is there? That's the thing. It's a gamble. It's probably more of a gamble to bring somebody in. Probably more of a gamble to bring somebody in is to actually stick with Steve Cooper, because Steve Cooper does know the players. Now, whether you think he's doing well with them or not, that's a simple fact of the matter. A new manager comes in, he's like starting from fresh. What's he for? I didn't see that.
Jolly Ollie,
I
man.
stopped smoking 8 years ago and I'm back on tonight.
Jolly Ollie, seriously.
You know what? Yeah, you know what?
Lucky
Yeah,
one.
I came on tonight and thought I'd give a shit.
And I could tell as soon as you got the wine glass out.
Just very quickly, chat, your messages are flying through. I'm trying my best to read any. If there's anything urgent, put it in a super chat. We'll make sure we don't miss it and we can talk about it. And that we'll just pop it straight up onto the stream so we don't miss it. But good. And also, there's 440 of you in here. I'm sure we're all feeling the same. Please do hit the like button if you haven't already. There's 124 likes already. We need that to be at least 200-300. And we are 25 away from 9,900 on the subscriber count. So if one good thing could come out of tonight, could we just please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Even Stoney hit the like button, didn't you, Stoney?
I did actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember.
Exactly. Stoney, do you think we survive?
Oh God, don't ask me this.
Let me make it a little bit more difficult for you. Do we survive with Cooper, and will we survive if Cooper goes tomorrow?
Or maybe we don't survive at all.
I think we have a better chance of surviving with Cooper than we have without Cooper, because I just think it's too late now. Like, we have to find the new manager, agree everything, get him working with the squad, then the results. And the results aren't even surefire with or without Cooper. We can't. I've said this earlier. We can't even consider Southampton to be a guaranteed point or 3 points, especially how we're playing right now. Like, Southampton could definitely pip us if we're not on it.
Do you think we could get a manager bounce if he goes there? I mean, most teams, apart from Leicester, I think Leicester got to be poor chappy. Leicester didn't get the manager bounce, but every other team pretty much has.
I don't know. The manager bounce is always like, and it's never a guaranteed thing. And even if we got rid of Cooper in the thought of maybe getting that manager bounce, there is always that chance it just doesn't work, and then we just wasted money buying out Cooper, and then it's all gone.
Yeah, well, I brought out a stat last night on Beat the Drop, especially for Chappie.
Did you call it Beat the Drum?
Beat the Drop, I said.
Okay, I said Beat the Drum. I was like...
There's this like myth that every team always gets a new manager bounce and every team improves. But actually, since 1992, which was the formation of the Premier League, there's been 39 teams that have replaced their manager at this stage of the season. And out of those 39 teams, only 7 teams finished above where they were already in the table. 7 out of 39. So it is a bit of a myth. I'm not denying that there could be something in it, but it's not as concrete as people seem to think.
I agree with that. It's kind of just like one of those.
Dino, what great name.
Yeah, Dino. It's just one of those myths that kind of seems to have taken off, and you can never guarantee. Might happen to us, might not.
Yeah, what it is when it works, everybody remembers it. When it doesn't work, it gets forgotten. That's how myths happen.
Yeah. And I just don't think at this point it's worth it. Like, I think the safer bet is to stick with Cooper now. And just wait out and see what happens.
But like I say, it's not up to us, is it?
Yeah, true. It's Marinakis' decision in the end, and he might be out the door, and we might get Vieira in.
I think another Olympiacos manager went today, by the way.
Oh God! Hold on, let me have a quick look.
Great point there. I think long-eared Yeti.
Hey, what's he doing with the bloody editor?
Just give me a minute.
All right.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
one of the Olympiacos managers left. Yeah, you're right.
Another one.
Jesus. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how many they've had this season, but
I've had a good few because they had the old Huddersfield manager at the start.
yeah.
I actually quite like
Just
him.
did that to dismantle Huddersfield some more.
Yeah.
Everybody rated him, didn't they? And he lasted about a month.
I rated him. I liked him after what he did with Huddersfield last season, and then that happened.
Yeah, just shows you.
Yeah, anything could change. And
Only in a word, mate. Do we survive?
Yes.
Good man. Good man. All right, bro. We got a few more waiting in the back chat, so I'm gonna say thank you as always for coming on, you absolute legend.
Come on, you Reds.
It's not over yet. We are gonna cheer everyone up. I promise. I promise. But yeah, you're the man, Stoney. And speaking of the man, one of the brothers here, bro. How are you?
Here's another one.
How are you, bro? There's the smile we ain't seen for a while.
You know what? I don't know what to say. I don't know, man. I'm confused. I'm really confused. Like, because I've got weeks and weeks and weeks of just stuff building up, man. Like, it's just the
There's
same.
There's a joke about that, but we won't say it. You know.
You know what, bro? It's just I feel like when we went through that bad run, like Leicester and all the other games, I feel like we're going through that run again. And you know what? I'm tired. I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna have to mute Zach. Hold on a sec.
Go on. Sorry, gun. Don't even go. Carry on.
Yeah, I'm just like honestly, I just don't know what we do. I don't know what Cooper's doing wrong, because I'm trying to figure it out myself. Like, where do we go from here? Like, Cooper, am I Cooper out, or have we honestly left it too long? I think if we wanted him out, I think we would have done it a couple of games ago. I honestly think the manager bounce. I feel the thing is, I would love a new manager, because I don't think we can get any worse than we already are. We're losing every game. Even if a manager came, what's gonna happen? We lose every game, but we're doing that anyway. So what have we honestly got to lose? Like, if you think about it, we're not gonna get any worse.
So what do you think? What do you think
It's a fair
about
point.
what do you think about all these people? And I hear this all the time. To be honest, it drives me mad. But that Steve Cooper brought us up. If we go down, he's the man to bring us up again. What do you think of that?
But this is why I said from day one, we shouldn't have had that thinking. We should have never thought of going down for him to come back up. We should have thought, we should have thrown everything we had in this season to make it, and we should have never thought about, are we good? Because I feel like as a team we went into that mindset, we're a new team, we're gonna have a relegation battle. I think no, because if you look at Brentford, they've done wonders in there, and they to me they look like a comfortable mid-table team. They never thought
Fulham.
Yeah, I doubt they went in there thinking relegation battle. These teams never went in there thinking relegation battle. They went in there and thought, we're going to make a statement. And I thought we would have done the same thing with these signings. Lingard, I thought that was a statement signing. Dean Henderson, Keelan
Statement
Navas.
of shit, mate.
Yeah, but I'm on about. Oh, completely. Trust me. For me, he's been the. Oh God, I hate him now, because he was one of my favorite players, and he's let me down the hardest. So I honestly don't know what he's done for us, other than a few dance moves. Like, I just can't see what he's brought in, other than he's taught players how to dance. That's what he's done. Because of what?
Just very quickly, I just want to thank Simon again, Simon F, for the £2. Perform U-turn at next available opportunity. Appreciate the sat nav on there. I think it went off there. Dino, you were going to jump in with the question there.
I was just going to say, for people that think we're going to bounce straight back up if we go down, we thought that 23 years ago.
I've said all along, haven't I? There's no guarantee. Look at Watford and Norwich this season.
Yep.
And also, if you think about it, right? If you look at Cooper, he's got a good he's got a very good track record of getting into playoffs, not automatic promotion.
Yeah.
He's not even he's not a proven. So the fact is, even if we do get top six next season, how likely are we supposed to get? Because imagine Southampton go down, on Everton. We're gonna be in the fighting with these clubs, and I feel like they're gonna be in it more than us to go back up. So the fact is, it's like, why are we in this mind frame? And I'll be honest with you, it's not all over yet. I feel like there is this very small hope, like literally the tiny, and I think we can still hold on to that only if Cooper changes things around and really gives a kick up the arse.
Do
And
you
I
think
think
he survives?
I'll be honest with you. I think keeping Cooper in now and holding on to him will give us more survival chance than bringing in a new manager. Only because a new manager is going to have too much to do. The only way we could have survived if someone like Unai Emery came in, who's got great caliber, and I'm talking someone, with an unbelievable track record like Alex Ferguson. That's not even a joke, because that's what we're going to need. Someone with that sort of caliber of proven Premier League level or Arsenal, someone ridiculous to come and just get us. Otherwise, and that's going to take a miracle. So no, I don't think we're gonna get another manager at that caliber. So I think our best hope now is to, for everyone to get on the prayer mats, pray that Cooper does something, because honestly, it's gonna take a miracle. I think, for us to hold on, because it's not gonna be easy. And I feel like the players have already gone into that mind frame of a relegation battle. I feel like, something's not right, because we were mid-table, what, 13, 14, and I feel like, everyone kept saying Forest is in relegation battle. I feel like that's affected the team, because I don't think we actually were in relegation battle until now. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like Cooper needs to understand that we were actually quite comfortable for 4 or 5 games ago. We were 6 points clear, and that was all right. 6 points clear was enough, I think, for us to stay up. Now we're 2 points. If what is it, 1 or 2
One, I
points?
think.
One.
No, yeah,
Oh,
we're on
yeah,
goal
aren't we?
difference.
Goal
On goal
difference.
difference.
The only team with the worst goal difference than us is the team below us.
I mean, how lucky are we with that? You know.
And if you think about it, right, and I kept on saying this throughout the whole season. Like, for me personally, I feel like Cooper, like, he keeps on saying the right things at the end of the game. He will keep on saying, "Oh, we know we've got to sort out our away record." Has he done it? No. He keeps on saying that, "Oh, we're working on things in training." Working on what? I can't
You
see
know, you know, you know what, you know what, Goat. I honestly believe that the only reason that Steve Cooper's kept his job, because if you look at it, our away record, it's shameful, right?
Shocking.
No other manager would survive that. None. And the only reason that he's been kept in a job, rightly or wrongly, I'm not going to, but the only reason in my mind is the fans. The fans.
Facts, 100%. I agree.
Marinakis sees the fans and they hear his
But is
name.
that a good reason then? And is that a good reason?
The only reason.
It's a good reason. I'm saying it is the reason, in my opinion.
The only
He
reason.
goes down there and all he hears is Stevie Cooper, throughout the match. That's the reason.
And I think, well, I think that, and the fact he got us promoted in 23 years, and I feel like that we feel like as fans we owe him that much, that we have to now stick with him.
Yeah.
And
Plenty of managers have got their team promoted. 2 months later, they're gone.
Ranieri won Leicester the Premier League,
I was going to say that, yeah.
and then they sacked him the next year.
Yeah.
So this sentimentality is a bit OTT for me when it comes to this fan base. Now, I'm not saying.
Can we make it clear that we're not saying Cooper out? We're just mulling over things. Okay?
We're talking through the scenarios.
Yeah.
Go. Sorry, mate. Just one final one, because we've got a couple of guys waiting in the background. Do you think we're staying up this season?
I'll be honest with you. That's like asking me what's the lottery number. I honestly, I can't answer that, because I'll be honest with you, right now, I'm emotionally all over the place, and it's so hard for me to take in what's happened, because I was looking at our last 5 games, like our last 5 games compared to everyone with us, right? Everyone has pulled out a draw or a win. Everton, look at what they did with Tottenham. if you look at the way they played last night with the red card, they still went toe to toe for the full
Yeah,
90
but look
minutes.
at Tottenham, man. Fuck me.
But this is what I'm saying. But look at what Tottenham
We
did.
lost 4-0 to them, man.
Yeah, we got smashed at home. So the
Yeah,
fact
no.
Everton are pulling it out the bag just goes to show these teams want it more than us. And for me personally, I was screaming this 5-6 games ago that if we don't get a win under our belt soon enough, we're gonna fall into that mentality of just drawing and losing and losing and drawing. Because when was the last time we won? When have we won?
Leeds was the last one.
How long ago was that? 6 months ago? What? I can't.
It wasn't that long ago.
No, but honestly, it feels like a lifetime ago.
It does, it does.
Because to me personally, this is what happens, and I keep saying this to people. Do you know why we can't score goals? Because we never have. We've not won a single game 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, 4-3, because we don't score goals. We will just about do a 0-0 draw. We will just about scrape a 1-0 up. We've never scored goals. We don't know how to. So Dennis and Awanyi, why they can't finish is because they don't know how to, because they never have. They don't score because they don't get chances. We don't play that style of football. We literally play low block defense. How is our strikers going to learn to finish when they don't get the ball? It's not in us. It's not in our DNA.
I agree with that, Goat, because you're expecting your strikers to score with perhaps the only chance they get. Now, no striker does that. There's not a single, not even the best in the world, have a 100% strike record. And that's what we're expecting of our forward players. You get one chance. If you don't score it, we don't score.
They don't see the ball for 84 minutes, bro. They're not even gonna. Their touch is gonna be rusty. For them to even get comfortable on the ball, they need to hold the ball to get a feel for it. You can't expect them to get a touch off the ball and shoot and score. No one can do that. Like you said, it's stupid. And the fact is the way Cooper lays our tactics out. We are sat in our own defence for 50, 60 minutes of the game. We barely make it past the halfway line. The amount of times today, look up Brennan Johnson. He was losing the ball on so many times. He was all over the place.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, go keep the faith. We're not going down yet.
Yeah.
And thanks for your comments. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate
And remember,
it, guys.
as Vinnie Jones once said, it's been emotional.
It really has, bro. It really has.
I'll tell you something. Early on in the season, I was taking anybody £100 bet. We're staying up. I'm getting to
I remember how cocky you were, Ant. Yeah.
I'm glad all those people didn't take those bets.
Yeah, let's see what happens, guys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Hopefully, still. Well, appreciate the good work, guys, and honestly, keep it all
Keep
up.
the faith.
Oh,
Cheers.
brother, we appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
bro.
Guys.
All
Thanks
right,
for
bro. Great
supporting the
speaking to
channel.
you as always, and we'll speak soon, man. Yeah, we normally want to keep you on longer, bro. There's so many in the background. We just want to
To be
get
honest,
them on,
I've
bro.
got so much more to rant, so you're gonna.
I know, man. We'll have you on again, inshallah. Yeah.
Inshallah, bro. Take
Okay.
care. Salam.
Salam, bro.
Thank you.
All right, there's loads of you guys on in the background. Zach will bring you on in a second. We got Danny still to bring on as well. We got the other brother here as well, man. Ed, just want to get your quick take on things.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've seen the result. I missed most of the second half, to be fair. That's and I've just got back home. Disgusted by the result, mate. All I can say. I mean, I haven't seen enough of the gameplay to see how. So you guys will have to tell me how it went. But listening to what you guys are saying, mate, everyone's down at the moment. I think I got over. I went with a party stream. I don't know why I went over ambitious there, mate. But it's hard, isn't it? It's hard.
Do you see him surviving us? Wait, what do you think?
What initial reaction? No, I don't.
Zach, do you want to come back in?
I don't. Unfortunately, I don't see him hanging on. Marinakis isn't going to stand for this. And tonight, from all I can go on is what I've heard from you guys on my drive back home, and it doesn't sound positive, mate. It doesn't sound good for him, you know. And if you're saying, looking at it as a neutral with no investment, you'd think how's he going to survive this? So I can only look at it from that point of view without knowing the full facts of the game. But yeah, it's just it's our record against
split though, isn't it? I've been looking at the comments. Our fan base is really split.
Did you do a poll on it?
Yeah, should we get a poll on this just to see where people's minds are at? I think that's That's not a bad idea to do. Go on, Ez. Carry on your points.
Out, mate. If you come back in, we'll get you and Danny on at the same
time. Yeah, we've got
time.
Danny as well. We'll bring Danny on in just a sec. So let's get the poll on. And Crypto, thank you so much for the 99p, bro.
Thank you, Crypto. Any Russian football on tonight?
Like I said, just looking at it from just looking at
99 pence Crypto Rider.
Wait, I'm sorry.
99 pence Crypto Rider. 99 pence Crypto Rider.
Okay.
Oh, bless him.
Have we had
Thanks so much,
Crypto Rider?
I think so. Go on, Ez, carry on.
Yeah, no, like I say, just looking at it without knowing all the facts, I find it hard to see him sticking in this job, mate, at the moment. And I haven't got a solution for it. Go on. I
was just going to say, the thing is, if the Greek father was angry at the game, as has been reported on Saturday, I don't think he's going to be any less angry tonight, is he, after that?
No. I've banged on and on about these 6 pointers and how many we've failed to get the points out of all season, not just now, all season. And it's going to cost us. We're not going to get points off Man U, and as much as I want it off Liverpool and Arsenal at home, we're not going to get those. So if we can't get it in these games, then it doesn't look good. The only saving grace is Leicester's result today, mate.
Anybody watch the interview or listen to the interview?
I can't bring. I'm like Simon. I can't deal with the interviews anymore, man.
No,
I can't.
It's just going to be same old.
Let's bring Danny in because Danny's been waiting a bit. Danny, hopefully you're ready in the backstage there, bro.
I'm ready.
Yes, my man Danny, how are you, bro?
How's it going, guys? You're all legends.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much.
You too.
You're a legend, mate.
No. Thank you for doing what you do. It's beautiful. You give us amazing content, so thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for all your support, buddy.
It'd be better if Forest could pick up some wins.
So look, this is the way I see it. Basically, in order to compete in the Premier League, you have to have every single piece in place. We have had a crazy amount of injuries from basically day one. I mean, we have, right?
Nia Kate after 2 games,
Omar Richards before we
Omar Richards.
True.
He hasn't even touched the ball. So it's like we were already hampered when we came in because we got all of those new signings. We lost half of our team, our first team, and then 14 we've had out. It's just unbelievable. So I do feel like Cooper has been chasing his tail the whole season when it comes to personnel. You can't disregard that.
Danny, it's a really good point, but if I'm just to be argumentative with you or flippant, could other managers not say that? I mean, Harry Potter, what's his actual name? Graham Potter.
Graham.
Yeah, he had 11 out at Chelsea when he joined them of what he would class as first-team squadders. There's been loads of other teams with injuries as well.
But that kind of proves the point, because look what happened.
And he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone, but that's Chelsea. But the point is that what Danny is saying is that he was hampered. We've been hampered with all the injuries, which has made the job very difficult and getting results very difficult. And you brought up Graham Potter saying he had the same problem. Yeah, and they couldn't get results either. It's not
but I'm giving him as an example. But you could go to any team.
Huh?
You can go through any team and any fan base you speak to, they'll say, "Oh, we've had so and so out." If you look at the Man U fans, they'll complain when they got one person out, Casemiro suspended. So it's a valid point. I'm saying it's a valid point, but Danny, is it good enough to cover the shortcomings?
No. Look, I would say on the flip side, the personnel that haven't been played have been wrong. I'm with you boys all the way. We should have had Scarpa in. We should have given him a shot from day one. Danilo, there's times when he should have been on the pitch, and there's been times when he's got his selection wrong. There's no doubt about it. Also, in terms of low block, I can't justify it. But at the same time, it's like I understand it from one perspective, because when we were getting thrashed early doors, that was terrible for morale. It was terrible. We had to do something. We changed the formation. It kind of worked. It's like when all the pieces are nearly in place. I mean, Aurier made a massive difference. can't take that away.
Yeah.
Aurier was
Yeah.
huge, and
Yeah.
Lodi
Really
was
good impact,
huge.
yeah.
And it's like that back four that you boys were talking about the other day when you were saying we've got our back four in place. It's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
All
gone.
right, Toffolo did okay. All
Yeah.
right, Nico did okay last game, but it's not the same. We haven't got that solidity at the back, and it all starts from the back, and that is going to screw us. So we have to get. Or I don't know what's happened with Aurier, but
Danny,
to me,
Danny, a quick question.
yeah.
Look, I mean, obviously this is slightly in hindsight, but is there any stage of a season where you would have made a managerial change up until now?
No, I
So
wouldn't.
you would have stuck with it. So is that based on what he did for us last season or his ability as a Premier League manager?
It's based on his given set of circumstances. You can't get rid of those. Yates, somebody else in the chat just made a huge point. Yates, what that? I mean, that's a massive loss. If you think about it, if Casemiro basically ruins Man United because he's out, that's one player. Yates is out Casemiro. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Valid point.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It has to come down to that. So it's like I feel for Cooper. I don't know who's going to come in. Come on, who is going to come in?
I actually agree with a hell of a lot of what you're saying, Danny. I think that people sometimes don't, or rather, people underestimate how difficult a job it has been this season with the amount of new players we've been in, and B, with the amount of injuries that we've had. I think that he has had a really fucking hard job. And I think it's a little bit disingenuous to just say, well, he's done crap. What I would say is that I agree with you that when we were getting hammered earlier in the season, we had to do something about it. But I don't think becoming more defensively solid necessarily means you have to play a low block all the time in every game in every opposition. That's the bit that I'm not happy with, the constant use of the low block, the ultra low block.
Yeah.
I agree, but I would come back and say I think he's never been able to go the other way. I mean, you could say, yeah, he could have brought in this one, could have brought in that one, but he's never truly been able to have the options that he'd wanted. Because when this one's out, this one's back. When this one's back, this one's out.
I agree.
All the pieces of the puzzle haven't been there. What do we do now? I think we've got to give him Villa, personally. And if I think you give him one more shot, one more roll of the dice.
But what's the point, Dan? Okay, Danny, run that scenario out. Say we lose to Villa, yeah?
Right.
Then we're down to 8 games. Is that too little?
No, it's on a knife edge. There's no doubt about it. But
Yeah.
I think, like Ant says, I'm with Ant when it comes to this. Football, nothing is certain in football, right? Cloughie always said it. Nothing is certain in life, not in football anyway.
Yeah.
Nothing is certain. It could come down to him just going, you know what? Let's drop this one. I mean, for me, sometimes Johnson and MGW, they shouldn't be dead certs.
Yeah.
It's like there shouldn't be any locks that you go, this one has to play, this one has to play. I get it, of course.
It adds complacency, doesn't it, when that happens? Yeah.
Jono didn't look right tonight. MGW didn't look right tonight, and it comes down to the manager to say, you're not really on it. I'm going to pull you for this game.
Yeah.
But obviously, then we lose. Where the hell was Jono? He's got to thank the stars, guys. He has. Let's face it. But I don't know. What do you boys think? Would you get rid tonight, or would you keep going?
Personally, I think it's too late. I just want to go back to your point, Danny, about the mitigating circumstances. 30 players signed, top of the league for injuries, certainly for the last 5 months, haven't we? 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
So I do get that, but, he's for me, tactically, he's been inept a lot of times, especially away.
Yeah.
We're not picking any points up away, and he still continues with the same tactics away.
Yeah, I agree.
Up until probably tonight, ironically.
I agree. I think we've been playing out of fear away all season, trying not to lose. And that's a hiding to nothing. So I can't justify his tactics away. There's nothing to justify. But I still say, would you get rid or keep going?
I think we all agree it's not the right thing to do right now. I think we all agree on that. Anyway, I'm
on the fence on this one.
Same here, mate.
I'm not sure there's anybody better out there.
I'm on the fence.
I must admit, this is the most doubtful I've been tonight is the most doubtful I've been whether a managerial change would be a good idea or not. But I still fall down on the side of it's going to be difficult for anybody coming in. But I also understand why other people would say, let's see if we can make a change.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. We're being asked right after another defeat, and we're all feeling pretty shitty about things at the moment.
Yeah, it is what it is. And if we wanted to change how you feel tomorrow, so be it. Look, here's where I stand. I still think the time he should have gone was after the Leicester game back that Leicester to Wolves period. After the World Cup came, I felt it was too late. You're not going to get any of the decent managers. You know, there was an Emre there sitting there. A Bielsa could have come in who could have worked the high press. He needs time. You can't bring a Bielsa in now. Bielsa works with high press and he coaches that in. He can't do it in the space of eight or 9 games. Yeah,
Leeds would have gone down if Bielsa had stayed there.
Yeah, but Bielsa also got them up. Bielsa got them competitive in the Premier League. I'm not saying Bielsa. Ignore the name Bielsa. I'm talking about what he has to do to come in. Yeah, so he can't come in now and just flick the switch because his style is to build in a pressing style of play. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if a Bielsa had to come in, he had to come in way back when. Yeah.
All right, but let me just counterpoint that, Wolverine.
Go on.
Roy Hodgson's just come in, and that so far so good, right?
Yeah, but Roy Hodgson has been at Palace for donkey's years. He knows the structure. He knows how they work and everything. And also, he's not... Why I'm saying Bielsa is because Bielsa can't come in as a firefighter. Yeah, one of those managers. Roy Hodgson can kind of do it at Palace because he knows the infrastructure, he knows the players, etc. I don't think there's any firefighters left out there. The last firefighter there was, Everton picked up in Dyche. Right. So once Dyche had gone, then you're looking at it and it becomes more and more of it's too late to get rid of Cooper. Yeah. So for me, after the World Cup came and went, it had to be Cooper till the end of the season. I still don't see the benefit if you get rid of him now, because unless you can give me a viable firefighter now who would go in from now until the end of the season to save us, I don't know who the name is. I don't.
I saw a name earlier that made me shudder. It was Big Sam.
Big Sam, yeah, but he's not been in football for donkeys.
I'm not saying that, it was in the chat. Did you get the results from the poll about what the fan base
the results at the moment, 44% are Cooper out, 34 are Cooper in, 22 are on the fence. I'm going to leave it open. There's been well over 200 votes on it. I think that's the mood. And it's just... But then at the same time, you think to yourself, if you bring a new manager in and you get a bounce for 2 games, yeah... That could be enough to save you.
Sorry, can I say, Danny's been waiting for ages. Oh, it is Danny. Sorry, it's because he's got name up on screen. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I just realised. Oh god,
maybe that should be last
glass.
Anne's got my back. Thanks, Anne. It's been a hard night. It's been a hard 23 years.
Yeah, but my final point on it is this. The final point on if people are fully Cooper out, I'm in the middle right now. I don't know. I need to sleep on it, yeah? If we get a new manager in, and regardless of what people think, there is such thing as a manager bounce, yeah? Especially as we got plenty of hard away games and tough home games coming in. If we win 2 of those games, it puts us on 33 points with a fighting chance. Can we get a manager bounce? I think if it happens, it has to happen now. If it's going to happen, yeah. I know Carl's saying it's a myth. It's not a myth, but if it has to happen,
it's proven to be a myth. Let me just say.
Let me finish my point. If it's going to happen, it has to be now, because after Villa, I don't think you get a manager bounce against Man U. That's the only thing I'd say. And I just don't see it. Because I'll tell you why, Ant. I'll tell you why. If they sack Cooper after Villa and the next game is a home game, yeah, do you really think the crowd is going to be fully behind? A crowd that's been fully behind Cooper all season is suddenly going to switch and go fully behind a new interim manager or whatever? Or is there going to be animosity in that ground? There's going to be a split fan base at the City Grounds, and that's not good for anyone. No. Yeah, so if he's going to go, then it has to be to an away match first, because the home crowd, I don't know how it would end up reacting.
I can fully get where you're coming from. Okay, so I'm just putting my thoughts down.
Yeah.
I think the Forest fans would support Forest. Okay, I think they would still support Forest. However, that might change if you go 2-0 down. Do you know what I mean? Then the boos and the Stevie Cooper's name being chanted could come out. I fully accept that, right? Regarding this new manager bounce myth, which is a myth, I said this the other day. It's not. I don't think that this thing is a new manager bounce. I think we've got rid of the old manager bounce. That's why teams have put a caretaker.
Okay, call it what you want.
Even Forest, when we got rid of Houghton, next game we won. Now, is that because
and that's when generally, and somebody put it earlier in the chat. Sorry, who put it? I can't remember. That's my age, but that's when they've lost the dressing room.
Yeah,
a lot of time, and he hasn't. I don't think he's lost the dressing room personally.
No.
Well, he's 6-1 on tonight with the bookies to go.
6-1
on.
And what's the bet? I saw earlier that the betting is for Potter. Now, I wouldn't mind Potter, but as Wolverine absolutely nailed it, he is not a firefighter manager. He's a project manager. Would it work? It might do. We don't know, do we? It might do.
You don't know anything. Everything now is roll the dice.
If Potter comes in, he ain't going to know any of those players. It'll be like Chelsea all over again. He'll be putting people in all over the shop because he doesn't
He's got 40 players to get to now, man.
Yeah, and I don't think Potter would take it. He said no to Leicester. Why would he say yes to Forest? I know we're a better club. I know, but no, I'm talking the scenario. Obviously, we're a better club. The scenario is the same. I know,
I think if we were going to switch it, the best thing we could do is get a Brazilian manager in. Because if you think about it, there's five of them now in the first team, basically.
Well, Portuguese speakers as well, please. If he does that, take the Palmeiras manager, bring the goalie because he's their top player.
As what way do you think this is going to swing, man? Does he go? I don't know, man. I'm just getting upset. Just the thought. I said on the stream he shouldn't go like this. He should be going to a international job, a thank you for your service kind of exit. This one just feels horrible. But we are where we are. I need to grab a drink. Sorry, guys, go on.
That's where I'm going. Get a cup of tea. I'll be back.
You're on mute, Ez.
Still on mute, Ez.
Danny, you're in charge. I'm getting a drink.
Go on, Dino.
Danny, looking into next season, let's say we survive.
Oof.
Do you think Cooper's the man to take us forward the next 5 years, or do you think he's not tactically there?
If we survive, he's going to be made mayor of Nottingham. I mean, at this point, that is truly a miracle. At this point, because
do you think he's too loved? Do you think that the fans are giving it too much?
Little bit. But we're Forest fans, there's so much emotion there, isn't there, Dino? Like if you think about, I mean, you don't see those scenes. I was at the playoff final. You don't see that. You don't see that with any. I've never seen that the way that it was that day with any other team like that. That level of relief and joy. So, of course, we've made a myth out of the man, and it's not fair on him either because he's just a bloke. He's a lovely guy, but he's 43 as well. He's not that experienced. He's been in football 4 or 5 years at this level. So it's like we've made him a myth. Okay, fine, but look, if we did survive 100%, because I do believe that then we would have a proper rebuild. But he's been chasing his tail since day one. What do you reckon, Ez?
Are we saying if he stay up, you keep him, or you stay up? I say if we stay up, we get a new manager in. If we go down, we keep him. Sorry, go on. Yeah, that's my thinking on him. But I don't agree with we're guaranteed to come back up. No chance. There's no guarantee of that at all. He is probably best placed to do so, but also his head could get turned. Maybe he doesn't want to put up with this anymore.
Has anybody seen on Twitter? I've just seen one, but I don't know. It's at Qatari FC. Steve Cooper sacked as Nottingham Forest manager with immediate effect. I don't know how that.
I'd be surprised.
I'm just looking now. There's nothing.
Or whether it's
if it was at home. Yeah, if it'd been a home game, you might hear something tonight. I don't think you'd hear anything till tomorrow.
No, I don't. It might be just somebody on a wind-up.
He's going to have to sit down and speak to Marinakis.
I mean, he had the dreaded vote of confidence, didn't he? You know, they had the chat, and he's always saying that they're always talking. But Marinakis's face was like thunder on Saturday, so I can't imagine it's going to be any better today. So he's probably already been given his last chance. I know we're talking about maybe giving the Villa game. I think he's gone, to be honest, mate. I mean, like I say, I'm going off just the raw facts and the raw data and what you guys have kind of been.
I think he probably had that conversation with him, didn't he, before the game?
You would have thought so.
Well, there's something on the Athletic, sorry to interrupt, saying Cooper vows to do what is right for Nottingham Forest, refuses to worry about his own future, but wants to get things right at Forest to repay the supporters.
That was from the Radio Nottingham interview.
Is that from the Radio Nottingham interview?
Yeah. But
Danny, did you see any positives tonight in the match?
Sorry.
Or did we look like a bottom three side?
Scored a goal.
Nothing else?
Look, if he's gone, somebody's already in place, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, I mean, look at Leicester. They haven't got
Yeah,
anyone.
not necessarily. Yeah, I don't
well, he's
think that's
coming
the
in
case.
from Gary Brazil.
Oh, bloody
May end
hell.
up being
What's this
so.
going to be? His 10th stint or something? God,
It's all
lost
right.
count.
He does all right, to be fair.
He's done all right. His manager record's not bad, actually.
It's not
a
too
few
bad.
games he's had, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. All right, Daddy, let me finish off with one question for you.
Go ahead.
Are we staying up? Regardless, Cooper, in, out, roundabout, whatever happens, where do we land 28th of May? Premier League or Championship? What's your thoughts?
I'm just going to say this. I'm going to quote the great man. Nothing is certain in life, not in football anyway. It's the truth.
That's my mantra, mate. That's my mantra.
All right. I love you and leave you, boys.
Well hidden away from the question.
Yeah,
I
well
respect
dodged,
it.
mate.
You've been brilliant, Danny. You've been
Cheers,
brilliant.
Thank you
Danny,
so
you
much,
Danny
Danny,
F in
man.
the comments, Danny.
No, just Danny, I think.
Danny, okay. All right, Danny, thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you. Some good
Man,
thoughts
thank you
there,
so
mate.
much for your support and,
See you
and
next
your
time.
honesty.
Thank you for everything you do, boys.
Always welcome.
Cheers.
It's our pleasure,
Keep doing
bro.
it.
Thank
Keep
you,
doing
mate.
it.
It's our pleasure.
You'll be hosted next week.
Well, it's not
Yeah,
always
definitely.
a pleasure, is it?
Well, yeah. There
It's
are
like
times.
this.
Yeah. Boys, I don't know. I'm still deflated. I'm still deflated. Should we
listen,
bring
it's
some of the
gone.
comments from the chat in and see what the chat is saying?
Yeah, it's gone though. We need to look forward now to Villa.
It's gone, but it's... I'm with Forza here. Forza saying it's emotional. It's like... You know when you can feel your relationship coming to an end and you really
I was
like...
just about to say, it kind of feels like the end of an era. Maybe I'm being too preemptive
We're
in
not
saying
down.
that. But we're not, no, not
Come
from
on,
that point
we'll
of view. I
hold
mean,
us
from
up.
No, Dino's
Cooper-
where he's not talking about that.
I'm not talking about us
Cooper.
going down. I'm talking about from a Cooper point of view.
Isn't it?
And,
Yeah.
and
You
it'd
know the
be a
sad
hell
thing
of...
is? So, go on, Ez.
No, I was just saying it'd be a really sad way for it to end if it is going to end now. That's what
It will be a sad way,
disappoints me
but
the most.
That's football, mate. It's football.
It is
and the
football,
club's-
absolutely.
The club's
We're-
bigger than any one person in it.
We mentioned this just a couple of streams
Yeah.
ago. You know, we're Forest first. You know, we've supported Cooper. We've backed him. So as a owner, without doubt, he's backed him.
Yeah.
But
But with
you
respect,
know,
an era's not a year and a half, a season and a half.
but there's
Is
there's
it?
got to be a breaking point, and I think tonight might be the breaking point.
I think how Simon mentioned it before. I saw on a stream chat where he said, you know, he took us off, scraped us up through the playoffs, so we won a fortunate final. So it's hardly an era, but he's obviously well liked. And on a positive side, I mean, I'm talking like he's gone, but he's brought the club together. He's brought the fans together.
He's galvanised. Galvanised would be the right word, I think, to use.
I'd
this.
agree.
Yeah, Clough was an era, exactly, Carl.
I was almost going to give him a bit of a eulogy, but it's a bit early for that. But I mean, I
And
will-
now the end is near.
I absolutely adore Steve Cooper for what he's done for our club, for what he's brought us this last year and a half or 2 years or whatever it is incredible. Where we were when he took us over, and we all know this, we all say this, and it will.
We were on our
always-
knees. We were on our knees. 1 point
Yeah.
from 7 games. We were on our
Yeah.
knees, mate.
And he will always be a legend to me. But listen, Brian Clough was like a god to us. but he had to go at the end. You know, he took his day
Yeah.
out.
And maybe he should have gone a bit sooner as well.
He definitely should have gone earlier. Yeah.
Frank
He's not
Clark.
dead, you know. We're talking like he's dead.
Yeah, I know, but he's right.
No.
Like for me as a kid, Frank Clark was my hero, man.
Yeah.
What he
Same
did,
here.
what he
He
did,
took
you
us
know,
up in third, fourth,
third,
third,
first season up
third.
third, and
Straight
then
up
into
and
Europe,
season.
playing Bayern Munich. You know exactly
And that
what
season
Jolly
we
Ollie.
finished, and that season we finished third, guys. We weren't out of a top 5 all season at any point, and we
We
were
beat
top
Man
for-
U at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
We were unbelievably good.
And I'm still convinced, because that's the year I went to every single match home and away, including Hereford in the League Cup away on a fucking Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I'm still convinced that had Colin Moore not got that injury against Wolves, we would have won that league. But he was out for quite a few
he was.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't
Yeah,
score.
Crazy Cat
like,
Lady's
in
back.
like 9 games, we didn't score a goal, or only scored like 1 goal in 9
One
games.
goal. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. I think I'm just looking at the poll now. 42% saying out, 38 saying in. It's split. It's split, and 20% are on the
They look
fence.
split in the chat.
How
Yeah,
many
Cat
votes? How many
Cat
votes?
Lady,
Nearly
that was
300 votes.
Wow.
Cat
That's
Lady,
a
that
really-
was Crazy Cat Lady. That was my point. That I absolutely love and adore the guy for what he's done for us, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to put him above Nottingham Forest. I would never do that.
No.
I fully agree, and I think this has been my biggest frustration with Cooper, and it's not Cooper's fault. I think it's certain aspects of the fan base that have put him above. Yeah, Red Dog, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Reruns on YouTube.
I had like old VHS tapes, and told me the stories.
That's always a get out. Yeah. Just
Wait, how long ago was it? Was it more than? Oh shit! I'm 21, man. Don't worry, I'm 21. I'm 21. But yeah, it's. I don't know, man. I don't know. Jesus, the Cooper post-match interviews are tough watch, says JP. It seems like he feels let down tonight, fairly emotional. I want to talk about the inevitability that I was feeling in the game, and I think a lot of you guys in the chat as well were feeling it. I want to get
But
your
guys,
guys' take on it.
and just fill me in a bit, guys. What were his tactics in the second half?
Well, this is what I want to talk about,
I
Ez.
just saw, yeah.
Gung
go
ho,
ahead,
I think they call
please.
it.
I saw a
He
load
just
of
threw on
substitutions.
subs, Ez. He threw
Yeah,
on
that's what it
subs.
looked like.
So straight away, early. I think I'll just run. Sorry, make your point. I'm just going to bring the sub timings on just to run through them.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, got very when you bring in like 2 subs on and then 3 subs on and then another sub, it just gets. It always does. Tactics basically go out the window because the players are moving about all over the shop. You know, it got messy. It always does. You know what it's like? It's like when you have these friendly matches and it's a good match and then they put all these changes on it. It just goes to shit. That's pretty much what it was like.
So Ez, these are the subs. These are the subs. 56 minutes, he brings off Mangala and Danilo, who brings on Shelby and Taiwo. And then 10 minutes later, well, less than 10 minutes later, he took off Freuler and brought on Czech.
I didn't see Freuler come off.
Huh?
That was a joke, by the way.
He did.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
I was going to make a counter joke saying, did you see him on the pitch? And then in the 71st minute... 71st minute, Dennis got injured, so he took Dennis off and Morgan Gibbs-White off. I mean, taking off Morgan Gibbs-White was huge for me. That was a telltale sign that it's like, let's throw things, let's throw the kitchen sink at this.
Yeah.
And he brought Scarpa on and IU on. I've never seen, by the 72nd minute, he'd used all 5 subs. Sometimes we get to the 72nd minute and he hasn't brought a single sub on. We've been very critical of his substitutions. Yeah. And for me, sitting there watching it, I felt that this was, let's just last throw of the dice. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out swinging. Is that, let me ask Dina. Dina, did you feel there was a bit of that in it? Or do you just think he was just trying stuff?
I think it was just trying stuff. More Gibbs-White wasn't having a good game. Jono wasn't having a good game.
Yeah, but Dino, MG Dubs had lots of bad games before, especially when Shelby's been playing, and he's been stuck out to the end.
Yeah, but his job's obviously on the line because I think Marinakis must have said something to him before the game.
But that's the point I'm making. Is that why? Is that why?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like desperation to me. But he took off MGW, lost that creativity, but he definitely went with Shelby as a quarterback, didn't he?
He put some good balls
because he put quite a few good balls through, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
I mean, he did a couple of Hollywoods that didn't work, but
he did what we were sort of expecting him to do. You know, playing incisive.
And we went a
ball
bit more long ball, didn't we? As the time went on, we went more long ball.
It
sounds panicky.
On there, he was holding it up quite well at times, but we just couldn't get any shots off.
It just sounds very
Again.
panicky. I mean, you've just
He did look
listed
panicky.
yeah, and that's exactly what those substitutions sounded like and the timings of them, because that's one of his biggest failings this season, his inability to be proactive with his subs, and often leaving it too late. Go on.
It never looked to me as though we'd get back
guys,
into the
sorry,
game.
I've got some breaking news from Pedro Almeida. Steve Cooper will be sacked from Nottingham Forest with immediate effect.
Who's he? Not Steve Cooper. I know who
He's
Steve Cooper is.
he's a Portuguese. I mean, he's got 100,000 followers. He's verified. He's Portuguese insights, specialized in transfers. He deals with all transfers.
When you said the
Portuguese-
odds were 6-1 on. I've been a bookie, yeah. That's it. That's nailed on. He's gone.
Yeah,
They very, very rarely get it wrong.
They get inside info, don't they? The bookies
they
like
do.
that.
They do. There's no doubt about it.
I think it's.
Or it's like a load of people will be lumping on bets, so somebody else has got some inside.
They'll close the bet. I think.
Yeah.
Did someone in the chat say they'd close the bets on it?
Yeah, but Red Phoenix 86 says.
I know anyone can get verified. I know, but
Marinakis to offer Cooper a new contract did the trick last time.
what do you think? They'll extend his contract now.
Yeah, give him
another 5 years.
Could you imagine they're going to extend the contract for?
Talking of all those, what we're saying are panicky substitutions, just be careful what you wish for, because I had a text from my brother at half time, and it reads, and I beg he doesn't leave subs till 5 minutes from the end again. In fact, I see Worrell coming on in place of Dennis.
You gotta love Nathan.
Come on, guys, let's stay positive for Villa.
Well, there's no point in looking ahead to Villa until we know what happens. This next 24 hours is going to be.
It's still 11 on the pitch.
But Dina, who's going to be leading them? Leaders are important.
Are they? We just talked about a no manager bounce before.
He's right.
Leaders short to mid-term, but I'm talking about Villa. That's all I'm bothered about at the minute. Picking up 3 points from Villa.
When a team has sacked the manager and they've not brought a new one in yet and they win the next game, and everybody's saying, "Oh, look, it's disgusting. Why didn't they do this for the previous manager?" We see that.
You know, when we were winning, did you look at the table, the live table?
Yeah, we were 13th.
How good did that look?
It looked lovely. I was so happy.
Oh, yeah.
I was so happy.
So it's not going to. It's so tight down there. It's not going to take much.
That's what makes me think Marinakis may pull the trigger, because he's looking at it thinking 2 wins puts us to 33 points, puts us in.
That's exactly it, mate. It's his investment. It's his financially. It's his club. And he's going to do everything. He's not going to let us go down with a whimper, which is what I said I didn't want Cooper to do. I said, if you're going to go down, don't go down, don't die wondering. And again, it's happened again today, mate. It's just so, it's pathetic in a way. And I hate to say that, because I've backed him and I've tried to defend him, and I felt like, why am I having to defend him? And a lot of what Danny said, I totally agree with. He's been hamstrung with a lot of injuries and all sorts of stuff, and bringing in so many players, which was out of his control. But we need a spark, and it might just be one spark might be enough just to keep us over the line. And through this question a couple of streams ago about would we take a draw on the last day against Palace or win, I can't remember what it was, but fuck yeah, right now I'd take it, mate.
I think we all would now.
If we're staying up, I think I can see it being 17th. I really can. But we said that at the start. Well, a lot said that at the start of the season. So.
Oh, that blew my eardrums.
Joseph, thank you for subscribing, buddy.
We had a subscriber earlier that we missed out, which was Matthew Leeds, which was either an unfortunate name for a Forest fan
or a troll.
Somebody who's
it is a Leeds fan, man. It is a Leeds fan.
So sorry for missing you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
I just want to go through some of these comments. Andy's saying Cooper's tactics have let him down all season. Can we have a quick discussion about that? Ez, we've all been critical about some of his tactics this season.
Yeah.
I thought Danny was fantastic as a guest, really articulated 100%. In the way he spoke, and he raised some great points. And I definitely take on what he's saying about the injuries and everything. But tactic-wise, Cooper's not made himself, what's the word I'm looking for? Made it any easier for himself, has he? With some of his
No.
selections.
No, and I think you're right. We've all commented on it throughout the season. Early on, it was about his substitutions, not making them at the right time, or what he was saying to him at half time because we were coming out and playing worse. And then it seemed to get a little bit better, but that hasn't progressed throughout the season. I haven't seen what I wanted to see. I wanted to see progression. We had that nice little spell. I think Danny touched on it when Aurier came in. I think we got 4 or 5 wins out of 7 games, and it was a decent run and our best run of the season so far. But then it's dropped off again. And yes, I don't think he's at any point in the season has had his first full strength team available to him. Losing Dean Henderson is massive. How many points have we picked up since we lost Hendo? I know it's not down to one player. It's definitely not. But your goalkeeper controls your back four. Again today.
But Navas won us that game against Leeds, mate. Just to counteract what you're saying there.
I agree.
That doesn't mean Endo wouldn't have done.
Yeah, but exactly my point.
Fair enough. But that's speculative, and we know that Navas won that game.
Yeah, well, it fucking cost us tonight.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did, unfortunately.
I think the tactics. I think more than the 30 players and more than the injuries, I think the tactics have been the worst because we started off with a 5, didn't we? That just didn't work.
Yeah.
We played pretty much the same tactic away all season, and it's not working. And it's any time we changed it today, and ironically we lost. And that awful low block and being negative at home when you're up.
Yep.
And sitting back. We did it against Bournemouth. We've done it against pretty much everybody. We did it against Wolves at the weekend. And I just think he shot himself in the foot with his tactics. Not necessarily his team selection or the injuries or the number of players
the recruitment,
to work with. Just the tactics for me, I'm afraid.
You got to look at recruitment as well. Some of the players just haven't been good enough. And I don't want to single out players, but I'm going to. Nico Williams. I had a few comments about him earlier on in the season that he wasn't up to the speed of a Premier League. And as a defender, I just don't rate him, mate.
You said last game he had a good game.
No, I didn't.
Who was it? Oh, it was Dino and Ann. Okay, sorry.
I didn't. No.
It was decent. It was decent.
No, but I think he was at fault for the goal. That's what I said. Yeah, and again today.
Yeah, well, okay, carry on with your point. You said that he wasn't up to scratch.
He's not up to scratch.
But he was a Cooper signing, Ez. Would you agree on that?
I think he most definitely was. He was one of a few that I would say that was 100% a Cooper signing, and that's not worked. There's other players he's brought in, the January players. Shelby tonight. People said that he actually made an impact. Obviously, I haven't seen it. But there's 1 or 2 players that really haven't been given a chance. Scarpa sounded like he had an awful game, from all accounts.
But he just got thrown in.
He's been thrown in. And when he has, exactly, in the last few games that he has played, he's been thrown in, either with 2 minutes to go or in a situation where you're not playing the way you want to play and you're not playing to his strengths. So, his tactics have been wrong, mate, for a long time. And he's the only one to blame for that. And I can't put my finger on what could change it, apart from Steve.
Just as an aside, this has turned into a little bit of a Cooper bash. I think the players are culpable.
Culpable, absolutely. Because Dino, those players, to me, at no stage this season, apart from the goal for Man City, have I felt that they could string more than 2 passes together. They just seem unable to have a sustained 5-minute spell with the ball. And every time, it just feels to me when I'm watching football, I don't know if I'm just looking at it and it's...
It was a good goal tonight, a good work goal, really good goal. But I don't personally like the counter-attacking.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? There's never periods in the game where... And whoever you watch, I remember when Everton beat Arsenal, they had periods in that game, like 5-10 minute spells, where they dominated the game. I can't remember a time we dominated.
Because they passed and pressed.
Say again?
The Leeds beat us tonight because they passed and pressed.
Yeah.
They played it simple. They were playing no stupid balls like we were. They were,
shocking.
they weren't dribbling billies. They were just, he was good down the right when he wants his name Harrison.
And conceding the early goal didn't faze him. Didn't faze him at all.
Well, they still kept going at us in the 90th minute.
Yeah, I missed the second half, but I would have thought they would have got chances trying to work out.
Oh yeah, Bamford missed a sitter. Yeah.
God, he's a donkey, isn't he?
Really.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if we sign him.
God, reunited. My God, and that's the difference, isn't it? And yeah, go on, Anne. You make your point. And I'll come back.
Just a couple of quick points. First of all, Nico Williams. I believe there is a decent player there.
Yeah,
it's not a fullback,
but not 17 million quid's worth.
Not a fullback for me.
and not yet.
Yeah,
17 million quid. You expect a player that's ready, and he's not ready. That's one point. The other point I'll make, kind of a bit of an excuse, but it may have some validity. I'm sure you'll tell me. Is that we've hardly played the same midfield 2 games running, and that
or team.
That can't.
Well, ironically, we did.
Do you agree that football teams are all about partnerships? People get to know the person, like in central defence, in midfield, strikers in attack. You need that telepathy. You need that understanding of everybody's playing. To be fair, we've not had 2 games running where we've had the team playing together. So that's part of the problem, I believe, why we're so disjointed.
Yeah, we've used 40 players this season.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But the other thing is, go on, Ez.
No, I was going to say, ironically, didn't we start with the same 11 today, and it didn't work? Oh, that's 2 games in a row, and
that's
I was
true.
Surprised, actually.
That's the first time probably this season, isn't it?
Possibly.
You know what? The first half against Wolves for me was the blueprint.
Yeah.
We've got, and after that first half, I thought, this is it. We're on our way now. We've finally got that back 4 that we've all been going on about. That lasted. Oh no, sorry, that was the game before, wasn't it? When we had the back 4.
Yeah.
But they played well enough. I would still have brought in Loddy and Aurier. But apart from that, I thought, this is it. Didn't last long, did it?
Didn't last long.
Felipe is class, isn't he?
But this is the thing.
It just makes football look so easy.
Him and Niakate. I thought Niakate was good against tonight.
They both played really well.
That's a pairing.
What I love about
Felipe, a lot of pressure at the back.
What I love about Felipe is, when he comes across and makes a challenge and gets the ball with the defender, he never just oofs it. He always just takes it past the player and then looks up. Fantastic.
Here's one for you. When Cooper gets sacked, Zidane comes in.
Yes, and that's my favourite player of all time.
Well, drops Niakate and Felipe and brings back in Worrell and Cook.
Sack him.
Zidane walks on water for me, mate. Zidane walks on water for me. As long as Zidane puts himself back on the pitch, I'll take it. Yeah, so look, the other thing I want to point out is there's certain stubbornness I found with Cooper this season and slow to react. There's things that if we could see it as laymen, the 3 at the back to start with, the things common. Lingard, persisting with Lingard, then persisting with Cook, then persisting with these favourite FCs, with Worrell coming in, and all these things that were clear and obviously damaging the team. That makes him culpable as well, doesn't it? Because look, now we've got the good defence together, yeah? Look at the formations, they've been better than when we tried 3 at the back. There's things like O'Brien being shipped out. There's things that are unforgivable in some instances like that. Is not all his fault, but he does have part of the cross to bear, doesn't he, Ant?
Yeah, one of the things I was going to say is that anybody that's not completely like Steve Cooper goggles on, those fans, the things that frustrates them is when a manager plays the same tactics over and over again, i.e. low block away from home, that's not working. That's what frustrates fans. We can all see it's not working.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That's for me is the biggest downfall.
Yeah.
The biggest disappointment, if you like.
It's been slow to react, hasn't it, to things?
I'm going to put a poll out. I just want to know where the heads are at. And thank you to everyone who voted on the Cooper poll. I'm going to do an "Are we going down" poll. Yes, no. Not sure. I just want to know where the fan base's head is at right now. We've still got. It's a quick reminder. We've got 400 of you, over 400 still in here.
Bless
It's
you guys.
getting
I was
late.
just about to say the same
It's
thing.
like Samaritans, isn't it? Samaritans lines are closed at the minute, so come on here.
Just give us
Everyone's here.
three more,
We've got
three more
the
likes to get us to 200.
the backstage is
please.
two more. Well, one more like for 200. We're 15 subscribers away from 9,900. So thank you all so much
Come on, guys.
for the
Thank you
support.
so much.
I've left the backstage open. If anyone wants to come on and get something off their chest, you're more than welcome to come have a chat with the guys. We'll go for another 10, 15 minutes, I think, and then
I'm going to make an executive decision here without consulting my friends. That if when the time comes when we hit 10,000, we'll have a party stream and there will be a giveaway.
Fair enough. What are you giving away, Ant?
Yeah, what are you giving away, Ant? You signed a One Knee shirt.
Signed a One Knee shirt.
One of my party shirts. All of them.
One of your paintings.
A pair of your underpants worn.
Ant's in his pants.
One for
Yeah,
the
but we will
ladies.
be doing a 10k party stream. Hopefully, it will be a survival 10k party stream. There,
hope
Keith,
it's not
Keith
relegated.
knows what he
I might
wants.
ruin it.
It could be a bit of dual party if we get relegated.
Check what Keith wants from you, Ant.
Oh, Keith, get in contact with him.
What are you talking about, Keith? All right, so the vote at the moment, this is quite damning. Are we going down 63?
Ooh.
Banning.
Comment of the night long here, just kills that one.
I'm sick of him pestering me when I go out for a walk in the woods.
In the woods, yeah. With your headlights on.
63% are saying we're going down, 18% are saying no, 17% are saying no, and 21% saying not sure. You guys need cheering up. What can we do to cheer you guys up? What would put a smile back on your face?
We're staying up for me still. I'm with Ant.
Yeah.
Ez?
Yeah.
That was not convincing, Ez.
Skin of teeth will be up.
Well, none of us are convinced.
I was doing mental mathematics, mate, and trying to figure out. On the last day, yeah, it's going to take it to the last day, yeah.
The last day?
So glad we're away from home on this last day.
Good luck with that one. You'll have no ears left.
Okay, boys, let's just run this through, right? Next game, we've got Aston Villa away. Do any of you see a win?
Yeah.
Dino, you've said yeah for the last two matches. I don't know if I can take you seriously anymore. And Shelby still hasn't hit that 30-yarder.
Listen, no, Shelby's gone now. I mean, he couldn't even finish him 20 yards today. He's let me down. The premonitions drifted down the trend. Listen, we've got to remain positive.
I'm not talking. Look, forget
our club.
No, Dino.
I still believe we can do it, and therefore I believe we can beat Villa. They've nothing to play for.
Dino, I love it.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm honestly on coke. I've not had a drink.
Oh, he's snorting.
He's taking it to the next level. Dino, just right now, I want objective answers. And chat, I want yeses or nos. I can't be asked to open another poll up, right? Aston Villa. Right, yes or no in the chat. Win or just put WD or L in the chat, right? WD or L, sorry. Huh?
Me and Brett's together. We'll stand side by side on our own. And
away from home, are we beating Villa?
It's unlikely, isn't it?
No, just code.
Tonight's performance has not filled me with any confidence. So if I'm being absolutely goggles off, money on the line.
That's all I want here.
I had to put money on. I would say no, we're not winning that game because nobody in their right mind would say we are. Sorry, Dino.
I'm just putting the.
Dino, would you put money on it?
Ignoring these L's. I don't know what these L's are.
Dino, would you put money on it?
It depends how much.
Fair enough.
All right, Ez, Villa, yes or no? Well, double L or D.
I'm going to say yes with a new manager bounce.
If Cooper's in charge?
If Cooper's in charge, no.
All right. Next match. City Ground. Varchester United. Ez, yes or no?
Oh. I'll take a draw.
I don't care what you'll take. Yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
It'll be a draw.
Draw. Dino, another win.
Draw.
And
I honestly believe we can get a draw. The
Sure.
only thing that's pissing me off is that Casemiro's back after 4 games, because without him, they are absolutely terrible. They have got a very poor away record, but obviously Casemiro is like a decent player for them.
He'd be all right. He'd have put on about 3 stone being off.
he is available, Kyle. He is available. Chat, just keep putting the LW or Ds as we go through these. We're just going to go through the last games. And Dino, you'll scour and just see what the general consensus is. Okay, next game. And Liverpool at Anfield. Fuck me, man. These games are ridiculous.
No, we'll get hammered there. Oh, sorry.
Another dub?
I hate it when people say it as a fact. No, I hate it. I shouldn't say that. I withdraw that. I think that we're likely to lose that game quite heavily.
So get hammered then.
Yeah, but I said we will get hammered there, and I don't like it when people say that.
All right, but do you know how many are we going to win that one by?
It's not certain.
No, I think we'll lose that one. That'll be a loss. I think we'll get beat good as well. I think we'll just hit them
There's
on
no
one of
point
those days
asking me,
where they
mate.
just thump us.
Ez has got a cheeky little grin on his face.
I'm sticking with it, mate. I said we'll have 2 away wins all season, and our second away win all season will be at Liverpool. I'm sticking with it until it doesn't
Is this
happen.
anything to do with hunger and Ramadan?
Or your brother.
I'm not thinking straight.
Or my brother. Yeah, or my brother. Yeah, but they're awful. How good? They're not very good, mate.
The most
Yeah, but
L's in the chat.
at Anfield, they are.
Mate, we got a good record at Anfield. Well,
What?
90% L's in the chat. will bring.
What good record? When was the last time we won at
I
Anfield?
know it was a while ago. Well, we did
I
up,
don't think
Gareth
I
Bale
was
scored.
up until Collymore went to him. We had a good record against them.
Remember it
I'm not
well.
going back far.
Yeah, but
I'm
Ez,
not going back far.
we didn't beat them at Anfield. We
know, but we
got
didn't
a
do
draw at
something.
Anfield.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look, they haven't won at the City Ground since '84 or something like that. So maybe we can change the venue.
Yeah.
Man, I think we're just depressing everyone, man.
No, I'm trying to keep you motivated, but yeah, I can't go back.
All right, fine. Let's get on to a game that maybe we can win. Ez, next game's Forest
Southampton.
at home versus Brighton.
Oh no.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Luton Town next year.
No, Southampton's after that, isn't it? No, I don't see us getting much out of Brighton.
Even at home.
Even at home. I think that's it. I'll take a draw. I'll go draw.
It is kind of funny, Sam. It's just like maybe this is cheering us up a little. Dino, how many are we winning by against Brighton?
Draw.
At home.
At home, Dino. Don't be so negative.
Draw.
At home, my man.
Draw, honestly.
And
I think we can beat Brighton at home. Yeah.
I actually agree with you. I think we can beat Brighton as long as Crap plays up
Let's
front.
go party stream.
Party stream that night. Fine.
Now it's turning into one. We've
is,
got a bit of a mixed bag. We've got a few W's for that one. Draws.
All right, okay. We're on about 45 points now. If we just take the dub from one person. This is good. This is good. All right, next one. Brentford away. Maybe Tony will be behind bars by that time. Bet 365 Tony.
Win for me.
Win for you.
Dino's got a challenging for Europe.
12-yarder. I'm bringing him in a bit. Getting him a bit closer to the goal.
And Brentford away. I forgot their fucking name. What they called again? Brentford.
We're away from home, so it's a loss.
Okay. Ez?
Yeah, an L for me as well, mate.
All right.
Really?
This is assuming things continue the way that they have been. This is going on evidence.
Evidence. That was fine. Man, there's bare dubs, L's, and D's. I can't keep up with the chat, man. All right, everyone get ready to find the W button on your keyboards and your phones, yeah? This is the big one. It's going to be the 8th of May, yeah? At the City Ground, yeah? So what are we now? We're the 4th of April. So 1 month and 4 days from now, will we get the W against Southampton?
Yeah.
Ez?
Against Mikey, yeah. I think we will, mate. Just to add more salt to their wounds, mate. I think.
Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, Mike. But I hope you come down. If you do come down, come and say hello, mate.
Okay, Kyle, don't, Kyle, don't. Someone take that message off. I want to cry.
Hold on a minute. Look at these.
L against Southampton.
James.
Long
James?
way,
Yeah. Sritan.
At home? At home? We're at home.
Call him
you
out.
know.
Call him out.
Did you not see Mikey yesterday, man? He wanted to pack it up.
Honestly, mate, he's flown away just to get away from it all.
Yeah. What was he doing flying over freaking the London Stadium today? But anyway, that's a different story. So you're saying dub, Dino? Who did I ask? I forgot.
Yeah, but I won't put it past that happening. That will be like that'll be me just
That'll be
gone.
typical of our season. That would be.
Yeah, that would be typical of our season actually.
Yeah, dub.
And
Yeah, win. Yeah. You've got to be confident. You've got to be. This is the one. Yeah, we'll
Aye.
beat them.
Fuck
We'll beat
off.
them.
Get out of chat.
He's a twatty. He's getting him off.
Get him off. And say that to my face.
hold on.
He's been doing it all night. Get him off.
I've seen two. I ignored the first one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a win against Southampton. We're going to beat them, and that'll be the game that we secure our Premier League status.
Sorry, carry on. I'm just finding the prick. What was his name?
Yeah.
Kyle.
Kai.
Kai Jowett.
Oh, sorry. I nearly blocked Kyle.
No, don't block Kyle, mate.
Sorry, Kyle. Love you, Kyle.
What a sad twat.
Get rid of him. If we don't
The
win,
next game for you guys to ponder over is Chelsea away.
They're that bad. I'd take a point. I think we'll get a point there.
Win.
They're that bad.
Harry Potter's gone, man.
Honestly.
Shit.
I think we should all go round to Dino's house right now because he's
And have some of that Coke.
What you got, Dino?
I've got zero alcohol in the house. Honest to God.
It's not the alcohol. We're asking them out.
Coke, mate. It's the Coke we want.
Probably had 6 of these today. That's probably the problem.
Go on, Ez.
All right. So you're saying
I've gone for what did I say? Draw. Draw at Stamford Bridge.
Well, it's an away game, so I'm saying loss.
I think you're probably right, mate. I think you're right. Okay, and then that brings us to the City Ground and fucking Arsenal. And we'll have to start with you on this one.
And we'll have to predict a loss for that one. Arsenal are good.
Wait, who are you predicting the loss for? I can never tell which red you're wearing that day.
I think
He's got one of those scarves that's half and half.
Half, isn't it? It's red, isn't it? Half, red.
you know, mind you, we have got a better defence now. I can imagine Cook and Warren. Can you imagine Cook and Warren against Jesus, Saka, and Martinelli?
Nick, thank you so much for becoming
Thank
a member,
you.
buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, I've not predicted a loss for any of our home games, but I do fear Arsenal. They're so good.
Dino?
Unless City are blown it by then, Arsenal have won the league and they're champagne heavy and have had a night out. You never know.
No, I can't see us winning that.
Now I'm depressed, man. Ez, just say dub.
Yeah.
I've got a few wins in there and a draw.
Yeah, but Dino, you're on
You've got
coke
more
right
than a
now,
few,
mate.
mate.
You're on
You
coke.
got us
Maybe I
challenging
need
for
to drink
Europe, mate.
alcohol.
No, it's got to be a L for that one, mate, isn't it? Going into the last game.
But we'll see some beautiful football that day.
Just not from us.
Not from us, no.
Right, it was Kai Jowett, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, in a bit, he's gone. Okay, sorry. Need a mod. Okay, and then the final game, Palace away.
For me, it depends on how many points we need to stay up in that last game. So
About 7.
7. I was going to say so. Funny enough.
7 then. 2 wins and a draw.
I genuinely think there'll be like 4 or 5 teams still battling relegation on that final day, mate. Maybe just battling for 2 places or 1 place, but there'll be a few teams in it. The rest of them are shit as well. That's the only thing that keeps me going. Leicester's result today That's what kept me going, mate. When I saw they've blown another late one, got a man sent off, and dropped another. I think they'd equalised, didn't they? But dropping another point. It's everyone's as bad as us, mate. We
So I keep saying.
Yeah.
Look, there's just some more reports, and thanks as always to Brandon for tagging me in on them. Again, it's not a huge source, but there's a guy called Keith who...
Keith O'Dell?
No, there's a sports freelancer.
Call
He
myself
said,
down,
looks to be a busy day on the sports desk if what I've just been texted about Forest is correct. A three-way new manager hunt in the Premier League for April is not exactly normal. Sorry, didn't mean to lead people on as the insinuation is obvious. Editorial policy prevents me breaking any story without it being triple verified, which I'm working on. I'll be with you soon, if not in the morning. I don't know. There's just, I think a lot of journalists are trying to get...
trying to get the scoop, aren't
trying
they?
to be the first to break it.
Yeah.
Keith Moon.
So I just feel it's inevitable. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Look, I think we need to wrap it up there. Hopefully, we've put a little bit of a smile on your guys' face. I don't know if we have, but at least we've been here together as a family. We've had like over 400 of you in here, so hopefully you guys have somehow or somewhat enjoyed the stream. Please do hit that like button before you go. If you haven't subscribed already, we are literally 15 away from 9,900, which is unreal. We'll be back tomorrow. Of course, we will keep you posted on any breaking news that happens. There's a lot going on over the week, so make sure you got your notifications turned on. And it just feels like a year ago, but just to remind everyone, Leeds 2, Nottingham Forest 1. And look, we'll try and keep things positive. Whatever happens, we'll see if Forest... We still think Forest will stay up. So we'll finish it on that positive.
Tony, I've just had a Cooper tattoo this afternoon, I think. Talk about bad timing.
On that note, thank you for watching, and come on, you Reds.
Thank you guys, much love.
You Reds.
We love you guys.